right, ladies and gentlemen, very, very windy Saturday here at the Southern Oregon Speedway. I absolutely love coming here. This is my home track. This is where I fell in love with the sport of racing and knew from when I sat in those stands and watched so many superstars, ran over here at the little Southern Oregon Speedway, which is a kart track just, a couple hundred yards that direction. I knew that I wanted to try and become a race car driver. So now, 14, 15 years later, I'm here. I'm competing in a 360 sprint car tonight. Got an okay field of cars. I think we're sitting around 10 or 12. Unfortunately, the southern part of the state doesn't have as many sprint cars, so we were trying to pull as many from anywhere we could for a nice little Saturday show. There's water in the track. Right now it's pretty wet, probably gonna be hooked up to start, but with this wind and with the, warmer temperatures, I think it's gonna slicken off. So we are getting into tonight. We have pit meeting soon, and then you guys are gonna see us roll right into engine heat and then into single car qualifying, which we need to lay down a good time. You can hear them there. Got pit meeting, and we gotta lay down a good time to start the night and try to start as far up front in tonight's A main event to win in front of my local friends and family. Well, it sounds like we were the second car out. We were at the top of the charts, which is good, but I only got one lap. They didn't let me do a warm-up, so I just got the green when I was going out there at 10 miles an hour. So that kind of sucked, but car feels okay. So we just got done with qualifying here at Southern Oregon. They're wrapping up with the last couple of cars. Racetrack is like wide and slick. If they can kind of keep it this way all night and maybe bring a little bit of moisture to the bottom, it is almost on the wall in 1 and 2, and it's almost on the wall in 3 and 4. Probably the widest I've ever seen this place in a winged sprint car with this kind of new configuration they've had the past couple of years. Car feels pretty solid. We need a little bit more right rear stick. Other than that, it feels good. Like, it gets down in, it rolls through the corner well. Just on exit, I feel like I'm just getting to a point where I'm just spinning the tires too much, and I'm actually trying to keep my foot in the gas just to keep it moving forward. And if I could get that corner stuck a little bit more, I think I would be able to drive off straighter and be able to move around a little bit. So we'll see what they do to the track. We're top of the charts right now, and hopefully we can hang on and we'll move into a heat race. All right, in staging now. We ended up qualifying quick time. We start third in our heat race, and we need to run in the top 3 to advance into a chance to start in the top 6 for the redraw for tonight's A main event. Made some adjustments to our car, hopefully to give us a little bit more drive. Feel good about it. This is basically a test session for the A main event.
worried you coming out of 4 like Robustelli,
what we did made it feel like where I didn't have to drive the car as hard, and I made just as much grip. Like, like I made more grip just getting in the corner good and driving off. I feel like the car's making more grip than it was. So we won the heat race, made some actually significant adjustments to the car with just where the track's going. It's very similar to qualifying, but it's becoming thinner on top, and it's almost to the point where you're not just sailing it. I mean, you got to get in on entry, but on exit, it's just getting slicker and slicker, and there's actually a part off of 4 where it gets flat. So if you get up on the flat, you basically can end up in the front stretch wall. It's not hard to do. So got to the lead within a lap. The leader made a mistake. I felt like we were going to have a chance to run him down because my car was better than qualifying. I just got it to make more grip on exit, and that's helping me get down both straightaways, which is just carrying more momentum all the way around. So you got to make good corner speed in wing sprint cars to just go fast in general. So that's kind of what we're just working on. So happy with where we're at. We'll start somewhere in the top 6 tonight. We should have a redraw soon.
Most of the time, so we brought him down here to draw for the 18-2. Reach in there and grab a good one, buddy. It's a 6.
Carly just drew the 1. So Carly drew the 1, I drew the 6. Trying to keep some rubber away. It's already kind of here. I mean, it's pretty hard. So this is kind of where it's been laying some rubber right off our left rears. Even though there's grip up that way, I mean, once the left rears drag so long, it can't take anything. So they're trying to prevent this for the next 30 laps we have. So 30 laps upcoming. They work the surface. Hopefully we won't have any rubber, but I think no matter what, our car should be good. We're kind of prepared for whatever it ends up being. I got a lot of wing to move as well if I need to start getting some rear drive, get some traction, and I think it's going to be all about running a smart race. You know, we've had the best car all day, and I think if we can be one of the first ones out front, we can kind of just, you know, start cruising around and, you know, like I said, being on top of the track changing throughout the race. So excited to make it happen. those guys. They just didn't even give me a lane.
Like, boom, killed you.
I was trying to lift for Johnny the second I could, but then like he was in my door here and I was hitting here and like.
You're driving it so hard.
I know, I needed to be tighter. Here's a look at my right rear. That's a product I was driving pissed off, you would say, so. Too much wheel spin. I think our car could have been tighter in general. Could have been a little bit tighter and then I could have been able to drive it a little harder to stick, but still, I should have, once I got off the gas more and started rolling, I actually made more progress. It's a mixture of you're trying to keep the wheel spinning and keep, you know, corner speed, but like I said, that's bad. That's, like I said, that's not even just like, you know, keeping your foot down. That's like driving pissed off. Like I said, just trying everything, trying so hard. Keep the wheel spinning, keep the car moving forward, and I think what I'm most upset about, whatever the incident, but I still think I could have won the race. You know, obviously we didn't have a huge field here, so I just went to the back, passed a bunch of guys early, got back to the faster guys up front, and I just left my wing way too far back on the last restart. I was intending to slide the leader, which I should have, but I didn't get as good of a start as I was hoping, and then I was like, man, I think if I wait, get through 1 and 2, I don't know, I just panicked once I didn't get a great start. I just totally screwed myself there. So yeah, anyway, like I said, had my wing too far back and then I was in trouble because I just started making mistakes. If I would have just been patient, left it forward and just hung behind him, he made a mistake, I would have got it. So should have won the race still, no excuse. So on me and on to the next, we roll in the box. So our car is all in the box. Now that I've kind of had a second to reflect on everything, disappointed. I mean, of course you're disappointed when you don't win. You know, it sucks here, especially Southern Oregon Speedway. I love this place. I thought we were gonna have a good shot tonight and it just simply wasn't meant to be. Got rolling so good early in the feature, and you know what sucks too is I just was finally getting in my rhythm. I think I was sloppy for a couple laps. You kind of have the fuel load, you're kind of maintaining. You don't have to win it in the first five go rounds. So after we kind of got rolling, I threw a slider for second. I knew if I got into second, I could track down Carly, even though she did a great job. She was so fast from the front row, just running the bottom. And I started gaining more speed, slid for second, then kind of got caught in the slick, but sliding to the grip off of 2 after I was trying to block the slider that was going to be coming back my way. The car next to me slid in front of me, and I didn't realize that he was going to come up, and I kind of hit him in the back bumper. So I mean, you can say that that was my fault, or you call it racing or whatever, I don't know. I just didn't think he was coming up because he was all the way on the bottom, and by the time I hit his bumper and I realized to slow down, I'm like, shoot, he's coming across my nose. There was another car on my inside, spun out, and then I mean, you guys saw what happened. Changed the left front, flattened the left front, had to go to the back, and came back to a second place finish. I'm not happy about the incident. I mean, that sucked, but I think I'm also just equally as upset that I didn't handle it as great as I think I could have. And it just happens, but I just got so frustrated that I was driving so hard, which you never fault yourself for driving hard, because I was going for it, and that's something I really wanted to work on this year, is you just drive the hell out of the car sometimes. And that's definitely what I did. I destroyed my right rear tire, destroyed both my tires. I was just going for it, but I definitely made a couple more mistakes in there, and I think sometimes I gained speed, sometimes I lost speed, but it is what it is. You can't overanalyze that. I'm just kind of mentioning that, I think sometimes if I backed off a little bit, I actually made a little bit more speed, kept the tires underneath me, and sometimes I got buried in it and I got going just as fast. So it is what it is. Want to thank all my partners: RTR Diesel Performance, Carson, Next Gen, Lafarge, ABC Powder Coating, Pit Stop USA, Shane DeWald Trucking here on the side. We also have Landon Transport, Full Send Racing, Veenendahl Trucking, D-Ray Designs. We also got Canopy Country, Earth Environmental, Pit Stop USA again, and Fast 4 Media. I don't know. I'm kind of just saying a lot because I'm frustrated, and I just wanted to win tonight, and I wanted to play my cards differently, and I just wish it would have went differently, but nothing you can do now. It's easier, it's easier now to say what we could have done and how things could have been another way, but they weren't. So we're gonna take notes from tonight. Our car was, was pretty solid. I think we could have been a little bit better in the feature, but definitely a car that was capable of winning and going really fast around the track. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your guys' support. And with the speed we have in our 360 program, I think it's gonna transition into the 410 stuff, and we got some more wins coming in 2023. Deuces.